To do the Chinese Waitress Cast-On, start with a slip knot on your needle and you just leave a short tail hanging down. Alright, now put your right hand needle under the left hand needle and make a cross like this and tension the yarn in your right hand. You're going to bring the yarn up and over the left hand needle, around the back of the right hand needle, and then hold the right hand needle in your hands and bring this loop of yarn under the two loops and onto your right hand needle like this. Now slide the right hand needle out of the stitch and actually physically turn the stitch with your hand so that this right loop is the loose one that's attached to your working yarn right here. Take your right needle and reinsert it back into the loop from front to back and recross the needles and tension your yarn again in your right hand. Now we're going to repeat the same movement up and over the left hand needle, around the back of the right hand needle all the way around, and what you're going to do now is you're going to bring the stitch that's on the right hand needle through the stitch that's already on the right hand needle, and you're going to do it in one movement, okay, like this. And you can control the yarn like this with your right hand. You're going to bring this through and bring the loop all the way through and pull it a little bit so you have some slack, and that's it. Now you're going to repeat the same movement. Take the right hand needle out, turn the stitch so that this right loop is the one that's attached to the working yarn. It will move if you pull that working yarn and reinsert your right hand needle back behind the left hand needle. That is the Chinese Waitress Cast-On, and you're just going to repeat that movement, and as you go you'll get faster at it. There you go. Whoops. And turn the stitch. That's a key part that pretty much every other tutorial will not tell you to do. You gotta turn that stitch up and over the left hand needle, around the back of the right hand needle, complete that wrap, and bring the stitch through the stitch on your needle. I'll just show you a couple more times. So the way to know that you're doing this right is that you can tug your working yarn and it should be the leg that's on the right. And that's going to give you a nice even cast on, and it's going to be a lot stretchier than if you forget to twist your stitch. Like most tutorials will not remember to show you that untwisting. Now when you're ready to finish, what you want to do is get this last stitch. Let's just try it again. No big deal. Get the last stitch, and you're actually just going to place the last stitch. Make sure to untwist it, and then place the last stitch on your needle with the working yarn as this front loop, and you're ready to knit into your Chinese Waitress Cast-On. Now the last tip that I have is the slip knot is not going to be part of your cast-on. So as you knit into the cast-on, you're going to knit across all the stitches in the cast-on, and then you're not going to knit the slip knot, you're just going to pull it out. And it's not going to be one of your stitches. So we'll knit across this, and I'm going to switch to continental because it's a little faster for me. So when you get to knitting all the stitches and you've got just the cast on your needle, just slip it off the left hand needle and give that slip knot a tug, and it will come out. And there you've got your Chinese Waitress Cast-On. Trying to learn and master knitting on your own is frustrating. That's why I created Knitting Superstar University, a video knitting school that teaches you everything you need to know to knit any project with confidence. Get instant access today at knitfreedom.com.